Now for our feature story of the day. Trump confirms Bitcoin reserve plans. This can send a Bitcoin market cap to 15 trillion, sending Bitcoin to 1 million per coin. Let me start with my personal prediction, which I've been sharing here on the stream. My bear scenario, which I've been calling from earlier in the year for this cycle, is 250,000. I no longer believe the bear scenario is even in play because we're too bullish since Trump won the election and all the talk of the Bitcoin strategic reserve and all the other bullishness. It's just endless bullishness. So I actually ripped that up on stream. Yeah, I mean, that was like a ritual. It's not happening. 250 is too bearish. So the base case, which I believe can happen, yeah, I mean, if we don't hit the bull scenario, is 420. Is it based? Yeah, but I'm a little based. Happy 420 broskies. JV's bull scenario, which I think is most likely to occur with Bitcoin strategic reserve happening with Trump, our POTUS, signing the bill as soon as he takes office, January 20th. This can send Bitcoin to 1.1 million per coin while he's in office. And I think we're going to hit the peak still in 2025, which gives us a potential of a $1.1 million Bitcoin price by 2025, which is next year. We're only a couple of weeks away. And sayonara, 2024. It's been fun, but hey, we're looking forward, not looking past. We may never see a sub 100,000 Bitcoin price ever again. You may never see a sub 1,000 sats per dollar. I mean, you're only going to see below less than 1,000 sats per dollar. You're never going to get more than 1,000 sats per dollar ever again because we're so bullish right now. And Max Kaiser is making me look bearish because he just called for a 2.2 million Bitcoin in play for this cycle. He tenfolded his original prediction of 220,000. And I know that's possible as well. And let me explain why. Because what if all the worlds or leaders in the world say, let's get rid of this gold precious metal. We can't move it. It's old. It's outdated. Peter Schiff drools over it. We don't want it no more. And they say, we're going to trade it for Bitcoin, just like El Salvador's president, Nayib Bukele, says they're currently sitting on roughly $3 trillion worth of untapped gold mines. They're going to mine the gold. They're already starting the process. Then they're going to sell it for Bitcoin. It's demonetizing gold in real time. Michael Saylor recently broke down two scenarios that will send Bitcoin to millions of dollars per coin. One scenario is the demonetization of gold, which Bitcoin is demonetizing right now in real time. The gold market cap is roughly $18 trillion. What if the United States and other leaders and countries around the world say, heck, we don't want this no more. Let's sell it for the superior asset, which is Bitcoin. And then they do that. And then gold becomes practically worthless or so devalued, nobody wants it anymore. And all of that money just flows into Bitcoin. And all of a sudden, we got a $20 trillion market cap. And then the gold market cap goes from 17 trillion to 2 trillion. It's like we do a reversal of where Bitcoin is today versus gold. It just flips around. That can happen. Another scenario he laid out. The United States don't even have to sell their gold reserves. They can just print the money out of the thin air. They have the power to do so. They have the money printer go burr. Money printer go burr. They invest all of that new money printed into Bitcoin. It obviously is going to hyperinflate the dollar even more, but we all know the future of the dollar is not looking so bright. And then what happens is the United States becomes and retains its superpower status of the world, and no other country is likely going to be able to do the same thing. There's only so much Bitcoin to go around. El Salvador already has the first mover's advantage. They started adopting the Bitcoin back in 2021. I believe it was 1 year after Saylor was the first publicly traded company to put the Bitcoin on the balance sheet. Now, many other countries are doing the same, adopting Bitcoin. Big announcements are in play for 2025. We also have many publicly traded companies doing the Saylor put, doing the convertible note witchcraft to be able to print more money through their stocks somehow, some way, and converting it into Bitcoin. We're seeing it left and right. New companies adding Bitcoin to the treasury. I even announced today a new cannabis company doing the same thing. So you already know Bitcoin is demonetizing all assets across the world, not just gold, but real estate, fiat, everything. It's all going to zero. against Bitcoin. But I know I'm preaching to the choir. So let me get into this headline and just read to you what we see here. Trump confirms Bitcoin reserve plans with a 15 trillion price boom predicted. And hopefully you guys can see my screen here. This is a Forbes article. The Bitcoin price has skyrocketed past 100,000 per Bitcoin since the Trump pump election, which was on November 5th. As you can see here, with chief executive of major Wall Street giant admitting Bitcoin FOMO. Now all as an influential billionaire warns of the looming debt crisis can collapse the U.S. dollar. Trump has already confirmed he plans to establish a U.S. Bitcoin strategic reserve. That's right. You have Trump's family. Recently, Eric Trump was just speaking at the Abu Dhabi event. He confirmed it. Michael Saylor was recently on the news making the rounds. He ultimately said, I've known the Trump family. We're close friends for 20 years. He says he believes Trump is going to do that. So all the people in the know what's coming down the pipeline, family. So shout out to the Trumpster. Now, we are going to do something great with crypto because we don't want China or anybody else, but others are embracing it. And we want to be ahead. That's right. You got Russia. You got China. There's a lot of wealthy countries and nations around the world racing for the IBIDI. He says, yes, I think so. Trump said in a response to a question about whether the U.S. will create a Bitcoin strategic. He already confirmed it from Trump's own mouth. Yes, I think so. Eric Trump, yes. Saylor, yes, it's coming. So stack them sats accordingly, family. The price is only going to continue to go up. In July, the Republican candidate Trump promised to create a strategic Bitcoin national reserve for the states, predicting Bitcoin could eclipse gold's 16 trillion market cap. Amen. During the appearance at the Bitcoin 2024 conference, we also had Republican Senator Lummis had introduced the bill to Congress entitled the Boosting Innovation, Technology, and Competitive Through Optimized Investment Nationwide Act, which is an acronym for Bitcoin. Awesome. Which proposes the U.S. buy 1 million Bitcoins over 5 years to reduce the spiraling 35 trillion national debt. Michael Saylor was on the news saying he thinks Trump should purchase like 10 million Bitcoin. Why stop at 1 million if you can just print out of thin air? Meanwhile, Russia lawmakers this week revealed to be pushing the country to create a Bitcoin strategic reserve. They're all copying. Now that Trump has verbalized what he is going to do, the other countries are entertaining it and probably doing it already behind the scenes. So you already know. Putin praised Bitcoin as an alternative to foreign currency reserves following the seizure of its funds by Western governments in response to the invasion of the Ukraine. The possibility that Trump follows through on his Bitcoin reserve plans have spurred huge Bitcoin price predictions. And you already know, family, like I said earlier, Max Kaiser's calling for 2.2 million in play for this cycle. So let me know if you guys agree, disagree. What's your price prediction for this cycle peak? Let me know in the comments. I'll do my best to read the comments out loud. Welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the live stream. And let's flip this mofo out into a pump watch, and we'll watch the pretty little bitty chart as Bitcoin continues to break new all-time highs. And again, welcome everyone just joining the live stream. It's good to have everyone here with us here this fine, fantastical day, December 17, 2024.